All right, good morning to you from the Storm Alert Weather Center. This is Daniel Wilson in the studio this morning. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued for parts of south central Kentucky. That would include the northern part of Adair and the western part of Casey County. This is the line of showers and thunderstorm that's been moving through the area, and we've been watching those since about the pre-dawn hours this morning, watching those develop in western Kentucky. But now we have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for mainly the northern part of Adair and the western part of Casey County. The severe thunderstorm warning is expected to expire at 8:15 this morning. Right here is the cell that we're watching, and you can tell as it continues to develop and move toward the east. The bright red area is the area that we're concerned about, and that is this line of thunderstorms that is just to the east of Horse Cave, and they're moving to the east at about 60 miles per hour. Again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. It's in effect for northern Adair and the western part of Casey County. Now, and for those who follow us here on Facebook, again, our coverage area is mainly Russell and surrounding counties. But we also have this warning to include Greene, southeastern LaRue, southern Marion, southeastern Hart, that'll be for Taylor, southwestern Boyle, western Casey, northern Adair, and northwestern Metcalfe County. So those are the areas under a severe thunderstorm warning this morning. Now, up farther to the north, we do have a tornado warning that's in effect. That's for Spencer, Nelson, Anderson, and northern Washington. And again, that is in effect until 9 o'clock Eastern time this morning. That's a tornado warning. That is definitely out of our area, but still, we thought we would pass that along to you. So here's the cell that we're watching. You can see the track of that as it moves into south central Kentucky. Some of the threats that are associated with that storm as it moves through includes strong gusty winds, quarter-sized hail is possible. So if you are in that area, you might want to pull your car in the garage to avoid any type of hail damage to vehicles that are expected. Wind damage to trees, roofs, and sidings is also likely. Some of the communities affected include Peyton Store, the Absher, South Campbellsville, Exie community. Those are the regions that are in the path of the storm. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northern Adair County, western Casey, and that also includes Taylor and Greene County as well. We've got a brand new tornado warning now in effect for Boyle County. A new tornado warning in effect for Boyle County. And this tornado warning in effect until 8:15 this morning. And that is Central Time. That'll be for Mercer, Garrett, Woodford, Jessamine, Washington, and northern Boyle County. That's in effect until 9:15 Eastern Time this morning. And a lot of people are messaging, wanting to know, what about Russell County? And right now, you can tell there's no threats, no concern for Russell County at this point. It's mainly northern Adair and the western part of Casey County, as well as Greene and Taylor. The thunderstorm is moving to the east at about 60 miles per hour. And we hope that you and all right, 7:53 Central Time this morning. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northern Adair County and western Casey. This is in effect until 8:15 this morning. We've been watching this line of showers and thunderstorms develop through the pre-dawn hours in western Kentucky, and continue to watch them now in south central Kentucky, where we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect again for northern Adair and western Casey. In addition to the severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect, we also have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until noon today, and that includes the following areas. That'll be the areas with the pink, and it now includes Russell and Clinton County. If you look back toward the west, you can see the line of storms that we've been watching throughout the early morning hours. And they're starting to dissipate somewhat, not quite as many as they were. But again, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that is now in effect for northern Adair and the western part of Casey County. And apologize a little bit, not really hoarse this morning, a little bit of allergy problems this morning. I apologize for that. But as we see the storms continuing to advance on south central Kentucky, you can see that line that has developed, and prompted a warning for northern Adair and north and the western part of Casey County. And again, keep in mind that 60-mile-an-hour winds are possible, in addition to quarter-sized hail. At the present time, we've not received any word of any hail damage in the area or any problems associated with this storm as it moves through the area. But again, we have a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect until 8:15 this morning. Anybody that's in the area where the warnings are located, if you want to post the information, we'd be happy to share that with our listeners. If you're traveling north of our coverage area toward Danville, we have a storm warning that's in effect as well as a tornado warning. And that was for mainly northern Boyle County, Garrett County, and southeastern Washington County. That would be a tornado warning if you're traveling in that region today. About another 15 minutes left to go with the storm warning that's in effect for the northern part of Adair and the western part of Casey County. We're going to talk to the Breeding Fire Department real quick, and we're going to let this radar image play. We've got to pass some information along to them. All right, we have returned on the radio talking to Breeding Fire Department this morning. A little bit hoarse today. That's a negative. And again, that's one of the areas that we try to serve as well. Apologize for being a little bit hoarse this morning. That's just part of the thing sometimes. Again, this is northern Adair County. Should be heads up, and some of the areas that are in the path of the storm would be Cane Valley and Peloton along Highway 206, Nifley community. If you are in those areas, that's where the strongest part of the thunderstorm has beginning to develop. In fact, right now entering into the northwestern part and should be over the Cane Valley community currently. But we have another 15 minutes or so left to go in this warning. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for northern Adair and western Casey County. And as we can see now by radar, no signs of rotation that would be indicative of a tornado warning or anything. Right now, it's basically a severe thunderstorm warning. The northwestern part of Metcalfe County and southeastern Hart, they have canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for that area. So now if you are in the Cane Valley, Pelleton, Nifley community along Highway 55, 206, those are the areas that looks to be the greatest threat of severe weather. Light to moderate rain is falling sporadically over parts of eastern and central Russell and Adair County. But this is the cell that we're watching now as it came out of Munfordville, Hart County, into Taylor and Greene, and now a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for northern Adair and the western part of Casey County. Let's see, Scholar Scott said, "What's an air report? You're under a storm warning. Storm warning for northern Adair." Hopefully the graphics are better. Everybody needs to know where you're located here. We've tried to make this a lot better for you so you could tell on the map where we live and where you live, where we are, and when warnings are issued, that you'll be able to know what's going on. The polygons, that is the boxes that indicate the warnings. We've got that listed too. That way you'll know that what is what. Like these are the severe thunderstorm warnings, and the red are the tornado warnings. So right now you can see the strongest part of the storm is now exiting Taylor County, moving out of Taylor and Greene into the northern part of Adair. Mainly the western part of Casey County is one of the big areas we're seeing with the likelihood of 1-inch hail. So we'll continue to follow this severe weather, and if we need to break back in, we will. We are watching it very closely. And again, severe thunderstorm warning for western Casey and the northern part of Adair. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment if necessary, if conditions change. So thank you all for joining us this morning for severe weather coverage on the Storm Alert Weather Center.